Hey guys, I hope you're all well. So welcome to my video all about my solo trip to Walt Disney World, if you hadn't guessed from the title. As most of you know by now, if you follow me on Twitter and Instagram, I am heading off to Walt Disney World solo on the 7th of May for 7 nights. So as you guys know, if you watched my video last week, in September I am heading off to Walt Disney World, staying on site with my friend Brogan for 2 weeks, but a solo trip is something that I have been thinking about for a very long time, and to be honest, what kind of tipped it for me this time was the final wishes. And I was like, I really want to see it one last time. But obviously Adam is sitting Disney out this year and I've wanted to do this solo trip for a very long time, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to bite the bullet and I'm going to do it this year. Even though I've already got a trip booked this year, I'm going to go solo. There's a couple of reasons why I do want to go solo. The first is that I want to be able to do Disney in an uncompromisable way. And I know that sounds really selfish, but when I'm obviously going on a trip with somebody, there's some compromise in that. And I'm happy to do that because I'm just that chilled out about it. You know, I don't mind doing what other people want to do, as long as obviously I get to do what I want to do sometimes as well. But there's a little bit of compromise. So I wanted a trip where there was just absolutely no compromise whatsoever, and I could do what I want, where I wanted. I also wanted a bit more of a low-key trip, so one that's not like heavily planned, one that I can just get up in the morning and decide where I want to go. Obviously that hasn't happened, and you'll see I'm doing another video on Wednesday for you with all my plans, and you'll see kind of what's happened there. But in today's video I thought I would just talk you through some of the finer details, like how I've booked and that sort of thing. So I am going on the 7th of May. I am flying with Virgin. It's a Sunday, so Adam's taking me to Gatwick, which will be nice as well because I'll get to say goodbye to him because I won't see him for a week. So he's taking me to Gatwick. I'm on the early Virgin flight, so I land into Orlando International about 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock I think. So I will be going straight from Orlando International to my hotel. I haven't figured out yet how I'm going to get from Orlando International to my hotel. Uber is an option, but it's the most expensive version of Uber because Orlando International have an agreement where you can only have Uber Select, which is their like private car version, which is very expensive. So I'm looking at other options for that. So I might book a transfer, but that's going to take me a while. I might just jump in a cab. Let me know what the best way to get to my hotel will be. So the hotel that I'm staying in is called the Red Lion, and it used to be the Holiday Inn at Nicky Bird, which is on the 192 just outside of Disney World. It's actually 45 seconds from the entrance to Disney World, and it costs $6 to $8 in an Uber to get to Magic Kingdom, so really not that far. It's one of the closest hotels that you can get to kind of this entrance to Disney World, and it's right by Animal Kingdom, it's right by Hollywood Studios, and you know, so it's not going to take too long to get there. Apparently I've got free breakfast, although I'm not sure that the hotel are running breakfast at the moment. I can also use the transfers to get there, but again I think I might be up and about before the transfers or after the transfers. So the reason I chose that hotel is I've stayed there before. Like I said, it used to be called the Holiday Inn, and I used to stay there with my mom, and probably about 15 years ago now, so I'm aware it's changed a little bit, but it's just been refurbed, the rooms have just been refurbed, and it's just going to make a really great base for the 7 days. It's the first time in a very long time, probably about 9 years since I stayed off-site, so I'm kind of excited actually to stay off-site again and kind of experience Disney from a different perspective. I won't be doing extra magic hours obviously most days because I won't have that access, but I have booked myself 1 night on site, and I have decided to stay at the All-Star Movies Resort. My logic is that when I go with Adam and my family, I'm probably never going to stay at a value resort. We'll always do moderate or deluxe, so that this is a really good way for me to tick another value off my list. And it's purely from a cost perspective, it was going to be All Stars. So I'm just there for 1 night, which means I get 2 days of extra magic hours at Epcot and Magic Kingdom, which is great. So I am very excited about that. All Star looks amazing. Well, the movie one, I was always really hesitant about it, but I'm quite excited to stay at movies. The theming looks really great. I did look at Art of Animation, but I thought to myself, actually, if I'm going to stay at a value for a long period of time, like a 2-week holiday, that's probably the one that I would choose to stay at. And I've already done Pop Century, so I really wanted to tick another one off my list and get another pin badge. So yeah, that's why I chose movies. Again, it was the cheapest, and I managed to book that really cheap and got a discount on that as well. So I was very chuffed with that decision, so I'm very excited to just do one night on Disney. You'll see this more in the planning video, which I'm going to film next, but I wanted just one day where I could just sit and chill around the pool, and what better pools to chill around than Disney ones. The Red Lion has really good pools, but the Disney ones are infinitely better, so that's why I've decided to have a night so I can just have a chill day around the Disney pool area, and then I can go to the Magic Kingdom for extra magic hours on the night as well. Oh, I haven't mentioned my flights. So I got my flights very cheaply because I'm a Virgin frequent flying member, and I finally had enough points to redeem them on a flight. So I only had to pay, I think it was £230 return for my flights. That's just my taxes. The flight was actually free. I know you can get Norwegian flights now for about £300, so I did look at those, but they weren't cheap enough, so I had my Virgin one, and the Virgin flights actually dictated what days I went. That's why I'm going Sunday to Sunday, because I could either go Friday to Friday or I could go Sunday to Sunday, and I wanted to go Sunday to Sunday because I didn't want to leave on the Friday, because I do want to see the first Happily Ever After, or maybe on the Saturday night, but I do want to see Happily Ever After before I come back to the UK. So I'm very excited about getting those flights. I'm flying economy, so yeah, just normal Virgin flight stuff. Got my big suitcase out ready to get used to all that 23 kilograms of luggage allowance on the way back, obviously. And yeah, so that's what my flight situation is. So ticket wise, I am actually working with a company called Florida Ticks for this trip. They have very kindly gifted me my 14-day for the price of 7 Disney park ticket, and they could not have chosen a more perfect ticket. This was totally by accident, by the way. They didn't realise this was my favourite ride, but they have sent me one with Tower of Terror on, which I will absolutely treasure forever. When you buy your tickets from a company like Florida Ticks, which I'll leave a link for below, you should go and check them out because they are a great company. I've met them a couple of times. I've been to a blogger event with them a very long time ago. They're a fun company. They love Florida. They're passionate about Disney and Universal and all the other things that you can do in Florida. They have a great range of tickets, and you can hook them up to your MagicBand. So I had this MagicBand last year. It's still got my name inside from last year, and it's a MagicBand 1, but it should still work because it's less than a year old. So I'm going to hook, well, I've already hooked it up to my MagicBand, which means I can use my MagicBand for my memory maker. My ticket does include free memory maker as well, which is a great perk of the 14-day for the price of 7 tickets, and it will just be easy to kind of scan in and out as usual into the parks. I really like having a MagicBand. Even if I didn't have one, I would buy one, and if this one I get there and it doesn't work, I will just buy another one, and I might even buy like a character one this time. I have to remember that I'm going again in September, so I'm going to get a MagicBand 2 in September anyway, because I get one for staying on site at Disney. So yeah, I'm very much looking forward to this. So that's kind of my main plans for the holiday. On the way back, so my flight home is like a really late flight. So I've decided I'm going to bite the bullet. I'm going to pay the $10 and I'm going to book in at downtown Disney Springs check-in, Virgin Atlantic check-in. They have a desk there you can go. I think it's between 8 and 1. You can drop your bag and then you can go off and enjoy the park. So that's what I plan to do. I plan to drop my bags super early, be there for 8 o'clock, and then enjoy my last day in the park to the max, and then get an Uber from whatever park I'm at to the airport 2 hours or 3 hours before my flight. Which means I'll get a good chunk of the morning to do what I want to do, and it should be a really good last day, and then I can go to the airport and then I can sleep overnight on the plane and then wake up on Monday morning back in the UK, and then unfortunately I have to go back to work on the Tuesday. So a lot of you said to me, am I meeting up with people while I'm there? Yes, I am going to be meeting up with a few of my friends while I'm over there. The great thing about the Disney online community is that you get to interact with so many different people from all over the world, and I've met a few people online who live in Orlando or they work at Disney, and I'm going to be meeting up with those. That'll be pretty exciting. I'm just going to chill out. I just want to like sit and chill on the hub grass and just people watch and maybe go for a meal. Like I just want this to be a very laid back trip. I want to just be able to take photos, vlog a bit for you guys, and just generally enjoy myself, soak up the atmosphere, and just have a wonderful solo experience. So because I'm not on site, I don't have the Disney dining plan, so I don't think I'll be doing many table service restaurants this time, but we'll see. I might try and squeeze one or two in. The good thing about being a solo is you can pretty much get a reservation where you want. Obviously the big ones are not coming up on the list. I've looked and I could probably book a few that I really want, so I might do that. I don't know. It's all going to depend on plans. What I do plan on doing this trip though is really looking at quick service menus, and I want to do a big report back for you guys on quick service menus, because I feel like on my last trip we just kind of fluffed our way through quick service, but this time I'm all over it because it will probably be my main meal of the day. I am trying to do this trip on a budget, so I will try and share plans with you as I go on, and I know a lot of you have been talking about my planning spreadsheet, so I've left a link for that below. And obviously I'm doing a planning video on Wednesday for you, so come back and you can see where I am every day at the parks. And if you do see me at the parks, please, please, please come and say hello, because I'll probably need some human interaction by that point. I love saying hello to Disney friends, so if you do see me, please come and say hi. And yeah, that's it. I think that's all I've got to talk to you about in this video. So like I said, there will be a video on Wednesday, which is my actual planning video, which I'll go through where I'm going to be every day, my fast passes, etc, etc. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed the video. I can't believe I'm going back to Disney in 7 days, like 7 days. I'm so excited, so excited. But I hopefully will see some of you there. And for the rest of you, I'll see you real soon. Bye, guys.